Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. So student, in the previous part of the video, I told you the exercise 4.3 and in that part I have explained you the quadratic formula which is also known as Shridharacharya method, and this method is generally used for finding the solution of quadratic equation. And after that I told you that whatever the questions are remaining you have to solve. Okay, so 11 questions were there, so up to question number 3 I have explained, and I told you solve the all questions and which question I want to discuss I will be discussed here. Okay, so the I will discuss the question number 4 of exercise 4.3. so see what is the question. The sum of reciprocal of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. Find his present age. I am going to repeat the question again. The sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's age, okay, 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. Find the present age. So whatever question is asking, let us assume, let Rahman present age is x. Okay, if Rahman's present age is x, so what was the Rahman age before 3 years ago? So 3 years ago Rahman's age will be x minus 3 because it will be less now. If today I am of 10 years, then before 3 years ago I will be of 7 years. So present age is x and 3 years ago age is x minus 3. And 5 years from now, what is the meaning of 5 years from now? The meaning of 5 years from now is that you are talking about the future. Okay, so 5 years from now Rahman's age will be x plus 5 because we are talking about the future. I told you whenever you have seen now word, it means we are talking about the future. Okay, so now present age is x. 3 years back Rahman age was x minus 3 and 5 years from now Rahman age will be x plus 5. So now question is saying that, what question is saying? The sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's age 3 years ago. Reciprocal of Rahman age 3 years ago. So Rahman age 3 years ago was x minus 3. So the reciprocal of x minus 3 will be 1 upon x minus 3 plus the reciprocal of Rahman's age 5 years from now. It means the age of the future, and its reciprocal will be 1 upon x plus 5. And when both we will add, that will equal to 1 upon 3. Okay, because sum of reciprocal of Rahman age before 3 years ago, so 1 upon x plus minus 3, then plus, and 5 years from now, that is 1 upon x plus 5, which when both will be added, it will be equal to 1 by 3. So now solve it. Now you take the LCM of these two. So when you will take LCM of these two, you will get x minus 3 and x plus 5. Okay, now when you will take LCM, this term will be divided by x minus 3. So here will be left x plus 5 and here will be left x minus 3. I told you in the previous class. Okay, this type of step I told you in the previous class. Now solve it. So x plus 5 plus x minus 3 upon, now multiply it. So x into x square minus 3x plus 5x minus 15 equal to 1 by 3. Okay, now nothing will be cancelled. Now when you will solve it, you will get 2x plus 2 divided by x square plus 2x plus minus 15 equal to 1 by 3. This much you got from this. Okay, now student, what will you do now? You will solve it. Okay, so how we will solve? I am going to erase this part. Okay, so I will cross multiply it. So when I will cross multiply it, what I will get? This 3 will be multiplied to this side and this will be multiplied to this side. So 2x plus 2 will be multiplied to 3 equal to 1 will be multiplied to this whole, x square plus 2x minus 15. Now it will be 6x plus 6 is equal to x square plus 2x minus 15. Now transfer these two to this side, so 0 will be here, and x square plus 2x minus 15 minus 6x minus 6. Okay. Now 0 equal to, it will be x square and plus 2x and minus 6x will become minus 4x, and this will be minus 21. Now if we will write in the proper order, we can write it x square minus 4x minus 21 equal to 0. Now you got the quadratic equation now. After solving, you got the quadratic equation. So this quadratic equation you can solve by any of the methods. The three method was factorization method, completing the square method, and quadratic formula method. So I am using factorization method because it can factorize. Okay. So when it will factorize, see 1 into 21, 21, and I have to take 2 factor of 21 such that, because minus is here, so that when we will subtract these 2 factor, we will get 4. So it can be solved as x square minus 7x minus 3x minus 21 equal to 0. Okay, this you can understand by factorization. Now now see, x square minus 7x, when bracket will open, x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 equal to 0. So x minus 7, between these two x will come common, and between these two plus 3 will common. So here will be x minus 7 equal to 0. So x minus 7 and x plus 3 equal to 0. Now one by one we will equate these two factors equal to 0. So when x minus 7 equal to 0, x equal to 7, this is the first value, and when x plus 3 equal to 0, x will be minus 3. Now student, what was x? X was the present age of Rahman, and we all know that age cannot be negative. So this value we cannot take. So what will be the value of x? So x will be equal to 7, hence Rahman's present age is equal to x, that is 7 years. So that will be the answer of question number 4 of exercise 4.3. Okay, 7 years. Very simple it is. Okay, I hope you have understood. So let's start the next question of exercise 4.3. I hope this is clear to you. First, we have assumed the present age of Rahman. Then we have calculated the past age before 3 years ago, that was x minus 3, and future age, it means 5 years from now, that is x plus 5. And in the question said ki the sum of the reciprocal of their ages before 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. So we have made the equation, we have solved. After that we got the two values of x, one is 7, one is minus 3. Minus 3 we cannot take because age cannot be negative. So x equal to 7, hence the Rahman's present age is 7 years. So this way we have finished our question number 4. Now we are going to solve question number 5. Okay, question number 5. And question number 5 in alternate years always comes, student. Always. This type of question always come. From this exercise na, always 4 marks question comes in the board examination. Always. So please solve all the question properly. Now, question number 5. This I will not write because it is a big question. In a class test, the sum of Shefali marks in mathematics and English is 30. There is a class test and Shefali is the student, and the sum of the marks of Shefali in English and maths is 30. had she got 2 marks more in mathematics and 3 marks less in English, the product of their marks would be 210. Find the marks in the two subjects. Okay, so now see, there is a student Shefali, and she gave a class test. Okay, and she gave two class tests, one is maths test and second is English test. So the first condition is that the sum of Shefali's English test and maths test is equal to 30. So what you will assume, let Shefali English marks, suppose Shefali English marks is X and Shefali maths marks in Y, because there are two subjects only, so that's why English marks I have assumed X and maths marks I have assumed Y. Question is saying the sum of the English marks and maths marks is equal to 30. It means X plus Y equal to 30. Okay, X plus Y equal to 30. Can we calculate the value of one variable in terms of other variable from this equation? Yes, we can calculate. So what I am going to do, I am calculating the value of Y from this equation. So I will get 30 minus X. This is our equation number 1. Okay. Now what question is saying, had she got 2 marks more in mathematics. Okay, had she got means अगर उसे मिला होता है मैथ्स में 2 मार्क्स ज़्यादा. So had she got 2 marks more in mathematics, so what will be the marks of maths? So the new maths marks become, earlier was Y, now she is getting Y plus 2 more. Okay, and 3 less marks in English. It means the new marks in English is X minus 3. Okay, had she got 2 marks more in mathematics, earlier she was getting Y, so now she is getting Y plus 2, and after that she is getting 3 marks less in English. It means X minus 3. Now whatever will be the product of these two will be equal to the 210. Okay, so question is saying that whatever the new marks of English and maths, their product is equal to 210. It means Y plus 2 into X minus 3 is equal to 210. The product of new marks of maths and English is equal to 210. So now student, you can put the value of Y now in this equation number 2. So from equation 1 we can put the value of Y in this equation. From equation 1, put the value of Y in equation 2. So when you will put it, you will get in place of Y I have put 30 minus X plus 2 into X minus 3 equal to 210. Now 30 and 2 will become 32 minus X into, this is X minus 3 equal to 210. Now solve it. So multiply it to 32 into X, 32X minus X into X minus X square, 32 into minus 3 minus 96, and minus X into minus 3 plus 3X equal to 210. Okay. Now I am transferring all this terms in this side. Why I am doing that? Because I want the coefficient of x square positive. Because whenever we study quadratic equation, the coefficient of x square is always positive. So we have to make it. So I am transferring this all term to this side. So when this will transfer from this side to that side, here will be 0. Here will be 210 was there. Then when this thing will transfer to that side, it will become minus 32x. It will become plus x square, it will become plus 96, it will become minus 3x. Now, when you will solve it, it is, now see, 210 plus 96 will become 306. Now, minus 32x and minus 3x will become minus 35x, and this is plus x square. Okay, so after solving we can say x square minus 35x plus 306 equal to 0. This equation we got after solving this much. Okay, now students see, we got which equation? X square minus 35x plus 306 equal to 0. After solving this equation, we have got this quadratic equation. Now you can solve it by any method. So I am solving it by factorization method. Okay. So 1 into 306, 306. So we have to take 2 factor of 306 such that when we will add them, it will become 35. So I think 18 and 17, 2 factors. Okay, 18 and 17 will come 2 factors. So x square minus 18x plus 17x plus 306 equal to 0. Okay, so now open it. So x square minus 18x minus 17x plus 306 equal to 0. Now between these two terms x is common, so x minus 18, and between these two terms, because the first term is negative, so we will take minus as a common, and between these two 17 is common, so x minus 18 equal to 0. Now x minus 18 and x minus 17 equal to 0. So we got 2 factor, my student. We have got 2 factor of this. So one by one we will equate them equal to 0. So when x minus 18 equal to 0, we will get x equal to 18. Okay, we will get x equal to 18. Now because, and when x minus 17 equal to 0, we will get x equal to 17. Okay, so we got 2 values of x, that is one is 18 and other one is 17. So student, both can be na marks. 18 is also positive, 17 is also positive, so both answer can be correct. So we will take 2 values. Okay, when x equal to 18, when x equal to 18, so from equation number 1, our equation number 1 was y equal to 30 minus x. This marker is not working. I am coming. Equation number 1 was y equal to 30 minus x. So value of y is 30 minus 18, that is 12. So what was x? X was English marks. So English marks was x, so it is 18, and maths marks was y, that is 12. Now this is the one answer. Now one more value of x is there now. So when x equal to 17, then y will be 30 minus x, because it is equation number 1. From equation number 1, so y is equal to 30 minus 17, so y equal to 13. Y equal to 13. Okay, so when x was 17, y was 30. So in this case, English test marks was x, and that is 17, and math test marks that is y, which is equal to 13. So 2 answer we got. In first case, English marks is 18 or maths mark is 12. In second case, English marks is 17 and maths mark is 13. So by this way you have to solve this type of question. Okay, so note down students, it is very simple. Just whatever the question is asking, just make the statement and solve it. You will get the answer. Okay, so after that 2 more questions I will tell from this exercise. So first note down this one. Now student, question number 6 you can do by yourself, question number 7 you can do by yourself. Okay, very simple question. You know what is diagonal, you know what is rectangle, so by making the equation you can solve question number 6 and question number 7. I am solving question number 8. Okay, I am solving question number 8. So what is question number 8? A train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. Suppose a train is traveling how much? 360 km distance. Okay, if the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. Okay, so very simple question. So whatever question is asking, just assume it. Let speed of train is equal to x kilometer per hour. Okay, speed of train is x kilometer per hour, and what is the distance? How much distance it had to cover? 360. So distance is 360 kilometer. So can you calculate time? Yes, you can calculate time. We know that time is equal to distance upon speed. We all know that. Okay, suppose it is t1 time, so now this will be 360 upon x. Okay, now what this question is saying, if the speed is 5 km per hour more, so what will be the new speed? New speed will be 5 km more from earlier. Earlier it was x, so now it will be x plus 5 km per hour. Okay, now when a train has increased his speed, he would have taken how much time less? 1 hour less. So because the distance of the journey is same, so in this case distance is also same, because distances remain constant. So 360 km. So in this case you can calculate the new time, na? So new time will be what? New time will be 360 upon x plus 5, or distance upon speed. Okay, this is the new time, and suppose this new time is t2. So t2 is equal to 360 upon x plus 5. Now suppose you are going to school. Suppose I am going to Lucknow, and the distance between Gorakhpur and Lucknow is 300 km, and I am going with speed 50 km per hour, and by doing that I have taken 6 hours. Okay, for going 300 km speed, 300 km distance with a speed of 50 km, I have taken 6 hours. Suppose I have increased my speed by 10 km per hour more. So earlier my speed was 50, now my speed will be 60. So because I have to cover the same distance, so it means that when the speed of the train will become increased, the time it will take less. Means whenever speed increased, time decreased. So tell me one thing, T1 and T2. T1 is the time of the first case in which the speed was x and distance was 360. T2 is the time of second case when the distance was same but the speed is different, that is x plus 5. So between these two time, which time will be more? Which time will be more? So you can easily check, because both having the same numerator, so you just have to see their denominator. Whenever numerator part is same and you have to identify which fraction is more, so you can see here is x and here is x plus 5, and both are in the denominator. It means that the fraction which have less denominator, it have more value. It means that T1 time will be more than T2 time. Okay, this time will be more, because in this case speed was less. So when speed will less, time will more, and when the speed will more, time will less. So this time will be greater than this time. And how much time it is taking more 1 hour. It means the difference of these two time will be more. The difference of these two time will be equal to 1 hour, because it is also a time. It is also a time. And when train is increased its speed, it takes 1 hour less. It means suppose earlier it was taking 6 hours, so now it is taking 5 hours. Earlier it was taking 10 hours, so now it is taking 9 hours. So it means the difference of these two time is equal to 1. So how we will subtract? Always we subtract from larger value to the smaller value. So larger value is this. So 360 upon x, 9. T1 minus T2, the difference of these two time will be equal to 1. Because it takes 1 hour less. Suppose it takes 2 hours less, so T1 minus T2 will be equal to 2. Because in the question 1 is given, so T1 minus T2 equal to 1. Now put the value. So it is 360 upon x, and it is 360 upon x plus 5 equal to 1. Now what you do, student? Take LCM. When you will take LCM, it will come x into x plus 5. Now 360 will be multiplied to x plus 5, and this 360 will be multiplied to x equal to 1. This is very simple. You can understood. When this will be divided by this, x plus 5 will be left, and x plus 5 will be multiplied to this. So this will come, and same thing will come like this. Okay. Now expand it. So it will come 360x plus 1800 minus 360x divided by x equal to 1. Okay. So I hope this thing is clear. Now most of the students have a problem that why we have subtracted, because the difference of time taken by the train is 1. Because earlier whatever time she is taking, now she is taking 1 hour less. So suppose earlier it was taking 6 hours, so now she will take 5 hours. So the difference of 6 and 5 will be 1. So that's why T1 minus T2 equal to 1. So after solving, see 360 will be cancelled. Now 1800 upon x square plus 5x equal to 1. Now 1800 equal to, when this will multiply to this side, x square plus 5x will come. Now transfer this from this side to that side. So 0 equal to x square plus 5x minus 1800. Now x square plus 5x minus 1800 equal to 0. Okay. So see, this can be solved by any of the method. Factorization method, completing the square method. Okay. So listen student, one question you can solve by factorization, one question you can solve by quadratic formula. Both are same and both will give the same answer. Okay. So again I am doing factorization method. So 1 into 1800, and I have to take 2 factor of 1800 such that when I will subtract them, I will get 5. So I think 45 and 40, because I know. So 45 and 40. Okay. So 2 factors are 45 and 40. So it can be written as 45x minus 40x. Here I have not put bracket because here was plus sign, minus 1800 equal to 0. Now from here x will common, so x plus 45. From these two minus 40 will come common. So here will come x plus 45. Okay. Equal to 0. So x plus 45 and x minus 40 equal to 0. Now again 2 factor we got. One is x plus 45 and another one is x minus 40. So one by one we will equate them equal to 0. So when x plus 45 equal to 0, x will be minus 45. And what was x? X was the speed of the train, and the speed of the train cannot be negative, so this value we cannot take. Now second value is x minus 40 equal to 0, so x equal to 40. Yes, this value we can take. So speed of train is x, which is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is the solution of question number 8. So I think it is clear to you. So let's move to the next question, that is question number 9. Question number 9, it is very simple and very easy. Okay. See student, question is very easy, just you have to understand the language of the question. Okay. Question number 9. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 whole 3 by 8 hours. Okay. The tap of the larger diameter takes 9 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. Now student, listen. There is a water tank and that water tank can be filled by 2 taps. Okay. And when both taps are working together, they take how much time? 9 whole 3 by 8 hours. Okay. The tap of the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Whenever the two tanks work as separately, the smaller tap takes, the larger tap takes 10 hours less than the smaller tap. Okay, obviously बात है. Larger tap will produce more water and smaller tap will produce less water. Okay, so it's clear that larger tap will take less time to fill the tank. So what we have to assume? We can assume let the smaller tap fill the tank in x hours. Okay, how much hours? X hours. In x hour it takes time to fill the tanks. So student, this question can be solved by the method of time and work. Time and work, I told you now, you have to calculate the 1 day work, because here is in hour is given. So our tank is filled in how much hour? X hours. Suppose one tank is filled in how much hours? X hours. Or we can write it reverse. So in x hour it filled one tank. Okay, so in x hour it takes 1 hour. See students, I was telling you that a smaller tank can fill the tank in x hours. Okay, so one tank can be filled in x hour. When it will be written as reverse, in x hour how many tank can be completed? One tank can be filled. So in 1 hour, how much part of the tank will be completed? That will be 1 by x. Okay, in time and work we have calculated the work of 1 day. So here also we will calculate the work of 1 hour. Okay, because hour is also the part of time and day is also the part of time. So same pattern we will solve this question. So first we have to assume that let the smaller tap can fill the tank in x hour. So in 1 hour the part of tank can be filled that is equal to 1 by x. Okay, the smaller tap can fill in x hour. So in 1 hour how much it will fill? Just the reciprocal, that is 1 by x. Similarly, the larger tab takes 10 hours less than the smaller tab. So larger tab can fill the tank in x minus 10 hours because it takes 10 hours less. Okay, larger tab can fill the tank in x minus 10 hours. Okay, so in 1 hour, again for this also, as we have solved for smaller tab, same we will do for the larger tab. So in 1 hour, the part of the tank can be filled, that is 1 upon x minus 10. Okay, now when they both will work, how much time they are taking? When both tab works, it takes how much time? It takes 9 whole 3 by 8 hours, which is equal to 75 upon 8 hours. Okay, so what will be the work of both tab in 1 hour? So in 1 hour, both tab will fill how much part? 8 by 75 part of the tank. Okay, 8 by 75 part of the tank. Okay, so it is coming when both tab are working for a 1 hour. So how much part they are filling? 8 by 75, just the reciprocal of that, because one tab can be filled by both tab in 75 by 8. So in 1 hour both tank will fill 8 by 75 part of the tank. Okay, so I hope this you have written. Okay, after that what we will do, because both tabs are working now, so we will add the 1 hour work of the smaller tab and the 1 hour work of the larger tab, and when both will be added, that much will be equal to 8 by 75. Why 8 by 75? Because it is the work of both tab in 1 hour. Okay, so when both tabs will work for 1 hour, so what we will do, we will add 1 hour work of the smaller tab plus 1 hour work of the larger tab. So by this we can say 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 10. These are the work of 1 hour of smaller and larger, and when both will be added, that will be equal to 8 by 75, because this work is the 1 hour work of both the tab, which is equal to the 1 hour work of smaller and larger tab together. Okay, now solve it, take the LCM, so it will come x into x minus 10. Now x minus 10 will come here, plus x will be equal to 8 by 75. Now it is come 2x minus 10 divided by x square minus 10x equal to 8 by 75. Now cross multiply it. So when you cross multiply it, 2x minus 10 equal to 75 is equal to 8 into x square minus 10x. Now multiply it to 150x minus 750 equal to 8x square minus 80x. Okay, now transfer this all this side. Okay, so here will come 0 and it is x 8x square minus 80x minus 150x plus 750. Now 0 equal to 8x square minus 230x plus 750. Okay, now write it again, 8x square minus 230x plus 750 equal to 0. We can take 2 as a common. So when we will take 2 as a common, we will get 4x square minus 115x plus 375 equal to 0. So when this 2 will be divided to this side, it will come 0. So 4x minus 115x plus 375 equal to 0. Okay. Now student, this equation we got. Okay. Now this 2 will go this side, so it will become 0 only. Okay. So now this can be solved by the factorization method, completing the square method, or quadratic formula method. So student, I am using factorization method. When 4 will multiply to 375, it will come 1500. And because it is plus, I have to take 2 factor of 1500, so that when I will add them, I will get 115. So one factor is 100 and other factor is 15. So when these two will be multiplied, it will be equal to 1500, and when these two will be added, it will be equal to 115. So 4x square minus 100 plus 100x plus 15x plus 375 equal to 0. Now 4x square minus 100x minus 15x plus 375 equal to 0. Okay. Now from first two I can take 4x common, so what will be left? X minus 25. And from these two I can take minus 15 as common, so here will be x minus 25 equal to 0. So first is x minus 25 and second is 4x minus 15 equal to 0. So one by one we will equate them equal to 0. So x minus 25 when equal to 0, it will come x equal to 25. Okay. So when x equal to 25, what is x minus 10? X minus 10 will be 25 minus 10 equal to 15. So it is 25 hour, it is 15 hour. It was the time of smaller tap, it was the time of larger tap. So smaller tap takes 25 hours and it is taking 15 hours. So it is for one value of x. Now let's check for the another value, that is 4x minus 15 equal to 0. So 4x equal to 15, so x equal to 15 by 4, it will come 3.75 r. So when x equal to 3.75 r, so what will be the value of x minus 10? X minus 10 will be equal to 3.75 minus 10, which is equal to minus 6.25 r. See student, when value of x comes 3.75, x minus 10 comes minus 6.25, and that x minus 10 is the time of the larger tap. So larger tap will take time in negative? No. So this value we will not take. So hence first value will be corrected, this value. So hence smaller tap takes 25 hours and larger tap takes 15 hours. Okay, see, after solving we got two values of x. First value was x equal to 25. So when x will be 25, x minus 10 will be 15. X was the time taken by the x was the time taken by the smaller, and x minus 10 is the time taken by the larger. So smaller tap takes 25 and larger tap takes 15 hours. In the second value, the value of x comes 3.75. So value of x minus 10 comes minus 6.25, which cannot be accepted. It means that our answer was this only. So smaller tap takes 25 hour and larger tap takes 15 hour. So this is your answer. Okay. So by this way you can solve the question. See, time and work and pipe and cistern. Pipe means tap wala question. Both are same. Okay. The working of both the questions are same. Whatever question is asking, just calculate the 1 day work or 1 hour work and add them, and whatever is given in the question. Suppose both tap can fill in 10 hours, So 1 hour work of both tank will be 1 by 10, just the reciprocal. And reciprocal you have to add it and you have to find the answer. Okay. So by this way, we have solved question number 9. Question number 10 and 11 are left. Out of these two, I will tell only one, and which I will discuss in the next part of the video. So till then, have a nice day. Take care. And one more thing, I hope you have understood this part of the video. So go through the exercise, solve the question nicely. Okay. So have a nice day, student. Take care. Thank you.